Okay, we've made it to week 4 on our discussion about peak performers. Okay, so we've talked about how important it is to take action. We've talked about how important it is to have a great attitude. But the third category, which is critical to every peak performer, is using systems and tools in your business to reach your peak performance level. So let me talk a little bit about some of the kinds of systems and tools that are so critically important to every single peak performer out there. So let me share this with you. One of the most important systems and tools that a peak performer uses in their business is the system of coaching, the tool of coaching. So in other words, what they do is they bring in an expert, somebody that can guide them along the way, and coaching is actually a system for them. It's a systematic approach to getting their mindset correct. And some people might say, well, is that really a system or a tool, or is that really attitude and mindset? Well, the reason that I put coaching in the category of systems and tools is because it's something that you do on an ongoing basis. It becomes a system in your business, a system of consistent discussion, consistent coaching, consistent guidance, consistent brainstorming. So I absolutely call that a system. The other thing you have to think about is that when you have a peak performer, most of them are early adopters. What that means is they love to embrace new ideas. They love to embrace new technologies. They're often the creators of new things. And what happens with these peak performers is they create new things, but they need a system and a tool in order to either bring that new thing to market or to bring it to their clients. So for example, an early adopter in real estate might be a real estate agent who has a blog. Well, if you have a blog, you have to have a system or a tool for getting information out on that blog. You have to have consistent content that gets delivered to your clients, or your blog is going to become very boring. So they're good at creating systems and tools around technology, around new products, around new services, around their new ideas. The next thing that peak performers do in terms of systems and tools is they have a system or a tool for keeping themselves organized. Whatever that system or tool might be, but peak performers need to be, like to be, and want to be organized. So that might be some kind of a software program. It might simply be getting yourself organized in Outlook. It might be a paper system. It might be a dinosaur book that keeps you organized, but they've got a system or a tool for keeping track of where they are, what they've got to do, what are their projects, what are the calls they have to make, who do they need to email. It's a personal organizational system. Peak performers have their world together. They keep themselves organized. So that's a really important part for a peak performer. That's a tool that's really necessary. The other thing that peak performers like to do in terms of systems and tools is they like to have a system for follow-up. Their system might be every month consistently, my mailer goes out, I've got a system for my follow-up. So having a system for follow-up. Also, peak performance real estate agents absolutely have a lead generation system or a tool that they use to bring leads into their business. But the common denominator of all real estate agents that I have met that are operating at their peak performance level is that they've got some systems and tools that are working in their business independently of them, which means that they can be out selling real estate, showing homes, listing homes, doing CMAs, but there's something happening behind the scenes. That could be an automatic follow-up program. That could be a lead generation system that goes out consistently. That could be some kind of a client care program. But they have learned how to leverage their time by using systems and tools. So we've kind of come to the end now of our 4 weeks of talking about peak performance, but this is really just the beginning because I want you to go and look at this great tool we have for you now. It is a white paper that I have written on peak performance. It is chock full of great information. It really just recaps a lot of what I've already said here, but it also visually shows you what peak performers are doing in their business, what differentiates them. So I really want you to enjoy that tool. It's just a great way to convey to you from me how important peak performers are, and I have every confidence that you are going to be a peak performer. So go ahead, read that white paper, and when you do, if you've got any questions or any thoughts on peak performance, please send me an email. Would love to chat with you via email. So thank you for joining me for another 4-week series on great real estate educational topics.